This is the dawn of democracy, a sunrise forged in unity. Helldivers roar with such audacity, it echoes across the cosmic sea. This is the dawn of democracy. Super Earth shines for all eternity. Raise your voices to the enemy, bathed in the glow of victory.
Good morning, Inari, goddess of the land, prosperity, and patron of foxes. At least, that's how the stories from the lore of Super Earth tell it. Today's intro was Dawn of Democracy by Endless Taverns, crafting yet another audible treat to stir the hearts of millions while they fight as one to hold back the excessively heavy, lung-crushingly weighted blanket of tyranny. During the night, the Pacific Night Crew based out of Equality on Sea completely shattered the pathetic remains of the disorganized Terminid swarms and threw them back into the abyss that spawned them, completing the liberation of both Alta 5 and Crucible. Oh yeah. In response to their expansionist efforts being checked at the door by our cape-clad bouncers, the bugs have launched 2 other spore follow-ins, hitting the icy wastes of Inari and the megacity world of Volterra. Adding further bad news, it was confirmed that the predator strain is present on Inari, which could make this a little bit more tricky. Fortunately, your Angel of the Airwaves has a number of tricks to smoke the predators easily and quickly, while keeping your insides from becoming your outsides, insofar as possible. First off, the Liberator Concussive. Don't sleep on this, divers. Its stats are incredibly misleading, as are the clickbait artists who call this weapon garbage, but you don't need me to tell you that they are well-known and well-paid liars. It's not a spoiler or slander if it's obvious and accurate. You know who you are, guys. But that is beside the point. The Liberator Concussive displays a lower damage and rate of fire. However, it packs double the amount of durable damage as compared to any other Liberator variant. What does that mean? That means that when it comes to enemies with parts that can be snapped off, like legs or heads, the Concussive will do that at twice the speed of any other Liberator. Bug heads are parts that can be snapped off, which the Concussive will do in only a few shots while pushing the bugs back away from you, keeping them from doing any sort of damage to you.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Hunters are completely wrecked by this, as a single shot will knock them out of a leap, throw off their dreaded killing momentum, and a few more shots will send them off to that great alien ant farm in the sky. A lot of wikis claim that due to its low rate of fire, the Concussive is poor at handling hordes. I say the exact opposite. It is amazing at dealing with hordes because you can spread your fire among the bugs that are closest and forever keep them away from you and your team, and considering it comes equipped with a you will only need to reload this once every couple of days drum mag by default, the Concussive can keep the nasties away from you for a very long time. Really, it's just a matter of patience at that point. You keep shooting at the bugs and keep pushing them back, and eventually they will die and you will win. This is especially relevant when fighting the predator strain because the Concussive completely locks up larger bugs like stalkers, letting you pummel them senseless with complete impunity and safety. Next up, the Flame 40 Heavy Flamethrower and its greatest partner in crime, the Dog Breath. For those lucky few out there who grabbed up the Killzone armors, its myriad of damage resistances cater well to a fighting style that the Grand Germanic Kingdom would conduct, although they call themselves the Persian Kingdom of Alamak, I want to say 7 now? The point is, war crimes galore. The flamethrower would require you getting marginally close, and despite being a super soaker gushing fiery hell liquids, it does nothing to stop a target from savagely mauling you to death while it's burning. Some enemies, like hunters, will leap on you and spread the fire effect you inflicted onto them back onto you, which is just incredibly rude if you ask me. This is where the dog breath comes in. It will prioritize enemies that are not suffering a gas effect, and make sure they're more confused than Sylvester Stallone was when filming Judge Dredd. Dredd is not an action comedy, my dude. No. Just no. And really, if this was the Call Urban version of Dredd, how long do you think Rob Shire's character would live? But I digress. This actually grants a surprising amount of breathing room and protection when dealing with things like stalkers, alpha commanders, and alpha warriors in close proximity, all of whom would normally be able to kill you very fast. Really, I would say the dog breath grants more personal protection than a shield generator backpack. When dealing with other larger bug swarms, hunters tend to go up like dry grass, so the proper flamethrower etiquette is to slowly pace backward while making quick sweeping jets with your flamethrower to set the ground alight in a wide area. Never, ever advance with a flamethrower. The bugs will come in, set themselves alight, and burn to death in moments. This is opposed to the standard process of holding the trigger down and hosing the bugs off as they come in. Relying on ground damage effects saves a ton on fuel. Give it a try. Now, the exceptions to this are Chargers and Bile Titans. Chargers do require a steady jet held on a singular leg for a good few seconds before they shuffle off. I think we all remember the Charger leg barbecue approach from our days on Estanu, no? I think that's actually how the Chaos Diver Chef Vulture 1 got his start. Torching Bile Titans it's a little bit more of a delicate operation that can very easily go south, in that if you stand in front of them, you're probably going to die before they start to burn. You're going to want to come in from the sides or behind and burn their butts, preferably while they're distracted with someone else. Watch those legs. They don't have to deliberately kick you in order to kill you. Accidentally stepping on you with their full weight is more than enough. Ideally, you'd be bringing some thermite grenades to deal with these larger targets. While in a good spot, the Flam 40 is a far cry of what it used to be during its glory days, and it might need a little bit of help from the rest of your kit. Now, one last suggestion before I round the show out. The Arc Thrower. Best darn bug zapper Super Earth ever made. It pierces practically all armor with anti-tank 3 damage, which means it can put the hurt on anything short of an Illuminate overship, and it inflicts a steadily building stun effect on its victims. However, at 250 damage per zap, against things like Chargers, you're probably going to end up being there for a while wearing them down, even if the Charger is stun locked for the duration. A Behemoth is going to take upwards of a dozen zaps before succumbing to the soothing sounds of AC/DC, and Bile Titans can endure around 25. Did I also mention that Titans are mostly immune to stun effects? So while you can make it ride the lightning, it is going to be seriously miffed off the entire time. The Arc Thrower is quite eager to spill blood, be it tyrannical or democratic, it doesn't really care which. If a squad mate is anywhere within a 45-degree angle between you and your target, they are probably going to get killed by chain lightning. The Tesla Tower does this even worse. I've seen this thing wipe out entire squads in moments. But I've also seen it wipe out entire enemy hordes in moments, so double-edged sword. Yeah, now that I'm really thinking about it, I do not recommend the Tesla Tower in megacity environments in any capacity whatsoever. Why? Because this thing eagerly zaps up civilians, and command credits their deaths to your account. So getting a traitor barrage sent in your position is actually quite easy to do, even if your Tesla Tower is in another postal code. However, the disadvantages of the bug zapper end there. Hunters are going to get flash fried in 1 or 2 jolts, and pretty much nothing short of a stratagem puts more suppression on the bug breach. You could fire repeatedly into the orange dust plume, and probably lock up and or kill everything short of Bile Titans, but that's what 500 kg bombs are for. With the ship module upgrade letting the Arc Thrower change with additional target, it gets even easier. That's been Liberty's Latest with me, Pandion the Radio Angel, and that was only a few methods of proper bug slaying. There are countless others, so feel free to experiment. I'll say it as often as I need to. There are no bad weapons, only bad divers. Every part of our equipment is useful in some variety against some enemy in some way, shape, or form. Heck, I personally love the combo guard dog, explosive crossbow, and a sterilizer. I even loaded it up with my custom version of Termicide 3.0. I call it Angel Dust. It's hard for Terminids to perform hormesis when they're dead. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.